EX back again with another video as promised. So today we're actually going to be doing, it's kind of like a class setup, you know, slash review of the SP208. Oh my goodness, here we go again. So definitely like, comment, and subscribe. I'm actually going to do a little breakdown of the actual class I was using at the end of the video, so definitely stay tuned for that. But what we're going to do, we're actually going to review this gun in the four kind of quadrants we're going to review it on. It's going to be based on lethality, accuracy, mobility slash handling, you could say, and ease of use. So that's going to be the four areas we're going to review here. I got my little notepad, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's get into it. So I'll say this, going into the beginning of this, the SP208, man, is officially the best sniper in the game, but for all the wrong reasons. So rating's gonna be pretty high for this one, but let's get into it. So lethality, I mean, it's easy claps all day. This gun for a marksman rifle is very high damage, and on this class I'm using, I don't even have there's like this, apparently, I haven't even unlocked it yet just because I haven't used it that much. There's this magazine you can use that increases the damage. It's like heavier bullets or what, and I'm not even using that right now, and this thing is already a one-shot machine. So you can see I'm just easy snaps anywhere in the upper torso, and the person is just basically dead. So I mean, it's just crazy. This gun, just lethality wise, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 5 out of 5 because it just, for a marksman rifle, even just for a sniper rifle in general, the damage is just so high. And going into the next quadrant here, I'm not gonna say too much on the lethality just because obviously it's a one-shot, you know, machine. You don't get too many hit markers with it. What's my name? But you know, that kind of, the reason why its lethality is so high goes into the next point of accuracy. So hit scan? Really? Hit scan. They put hit scan on this gun. So for those of y'all who maybe you don't know what that means, so basically in Modern Warfare, with their whole focus on, you know, realism or whatever, basically all the bullets that you shoot in the game are calculated by the engine as actual projectiles. So they have a drop, they have a penetration, they have a certain amount of time or bullet velocity before you can actually start registering hits on the target. You know, it's you know, like your actual gun, you know, it's bullet velocity. You know, it matters. You know, you're not going to directly start registering damage on someone just as soon as you pull the trigger. The bullets actually have to travel and hit the target before you start getting registration. So with this gun, one of the reasons why the lethality rating I gave it was so high is because it's hit scan. It instantly registers damage. So as soon as you have your reticle, like what that kid did right there, as soon as you have your reticle on the person, you just pull the trigger and they're dead. Like the damage instantly registers and the person is just dead. So that helps the accuracy a lot because, for one, you don't really have to lead your shots. You don't get this thing where you shoot somebody in the head and in the time it takes for your bullet to travel from you to that person, they move slightly out of the shot, so you end up grazing them rather than killing them, which is what happens a lot of times with snipers in this game. With this, instantly, like, look at that, just instantly dead. As soon as my reticle's on him, as soon as I pull the trigger, I get full damage registration and the dude is just dead. So what that does for this gun is, this gun is basically built from the ground up for you to get turned on, for you to get out sniped and outplayed with it. Because what's going to happen is, you know, you using a regular gun, has on his phone apparently, you using a regular gun and having to actually, you know, wait for your shots and your bullets to travel and hit the target before your damage starts to register, is going to get you in trouble with this gun. Because now with what this guy can do is he can just basically, you know, shoot you, and before your bullets even make it to him, you know, or as soon as he starts taking the first 1 or 2 shots, all he has to do is turn around and pull the trigger and you're dead, you know, before the rest of your shots can even land and start doing damage. So, you know, that's why with this gun we're seeing this, you know, I guess, proliferation of this gun. Just every lobby is just everywhere, you know. So accuracy wise, this gun definitely is going to get like a 5 out of 5 as well. Just accuracy wise, it's very easy to use, very easy to aim. And with the hit scan, you can just basically drag scope into people and just hit shots. So here I'm putting a little bit of movement on this kid. So this is going to bring me to my next point. We're going to talk about handling / mobility. Take a little sip of my water here real quick too. Shout out to V Herbo. But yeah. You know, with the handling, you can see the movement here. You know, I'm slide canceling, I'm running around. Which is kind of like a big skill gap with snipers, is just how good your movement is with it. You want to basically give yourself the opportunity to take a shot, and then if you miss, quickly kind of get out of there and then set yourself up for another shot attempt. So the big thing with snipers, and this is kind of like, I'll talk about this real quick, this is kind of the things they look at when they're looking at whether a sniper is really good or really bad, or whether it's overpowered or underpowered, is the time it takes, the time it takes for you to actually zoom in, and then the time it takes for you to actually start getting like damage and registration on somebody. So this gun already has those two things going for it. ADS is very, very fast, and then it's hit scan, so you're getting instantaneously your damage is registering on the target. It's really accurate, it's really high damage. And then with this mobility, you can slide, cancel, and run and jump and move around, you know, like you got an MP5 in your hands. And what that's allowing you to do is it's basically giving you a gun that is, it's everything all in one package. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, up close you can no scope people, you can hit little quick scopes and slide shots and jump shots easier than maybe, you know, you normally would be able to. So you're doing SMG plays up close. You know, long range, if somebody's using an AR against you, or even another sniper, like, honestly, they're at a huge disadvantage. Like, that's going to be a tough gunfight, you know. And then, you know, mid-range, obviously, you got that quick scope potential, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, from all ranges, it's going to be a tough gun to deal with. And then it's, with the marksman rifles, it's so lightweight, you can still move around and give them that saucy movement, give them the slide cancels. Like, look at this, these guys, they're in trouble. This kid, he's in trouble, and he's sliding and jumping at me and everything. Like, it's just, this gun is just lethal from all ranges. And honestly, like, that's one of my major issues with the whole marksman rifle class. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know whose idea that was, but, you know, with marksman rifles, the high damage ones, it's really broken, because what you're doing is you're giving people a class of gun that breaks the fundamentals of the game. It's a class-based shooter, right? So you should have AR should be doing AR stuff. You know, shotguns and subs should be doing shotguns and sub stuff, you know, at that range. And sniper should be doing sniper stuff at that range. What you have here is a gun that does everything. It's lethal, it's high movement, you know, a little collateral for you guys there. Once on, a little collateral damage. But yeah, it's giving you everything in all ranges. So just that right there is breaking one of the fundamental design philosophies of the game. And, you know, it used to be like with other Call of Duty games, if you're playing against somebody and they're just giving you the sauce from all ranges and all angles with the sniper, it's kind of like this thing where it's like, okay, it's kind of infuriating, yeah, but you still kind of have to tip your hat to the person. Like, me personally, I see somebody doing that with the sniper, it's like, damn, okay, like, you quick, nephew, you nice with it, I see you. But, you know, if it's, you know, or even like if you're, you know, just in a lobby and playing some search, somebody's really just going off with the sniper, it's kind of like, okay, yo, like, that dude, he's nice with it, he was getting us. But with this, it's just so easy to use, it's like everyone can do it. It's just not special anymore, you know. So all that being said, mobility and handling is definitely a 5 out of 5. The ADS is really nice. Personally, I don't know, I don't feel like you even get that much flinch, honestly, with this gun. I believe I was using hardening, or I guess the flinch resistance on this class, but for some reason I feel like the flinch on this gun is lower than it is with all the other snipers. So handling, you know, on this gun is just really, really nice. And that's going to go ahead and bring us to the next point, ease of use. So, you know, even just the last few points I made, that kind of goes back into the ease of use just being really crazy high. So obviously that gets a 5 out of 5. Say my name. But yeah, you know, ease of use wise, that, like all the other points I made about this gun kind of just plays into the ease of use and plays into why this, you know, gun is just really good, but for the wrong reasons. It, you know, it's what it does, and this is something that I want to talk about too, because this is something that this studio, you know, Infinity Ward and, you know, this developer keeps doing, and it's kind of pissing me off because I feel like they're taking shots at good players. Because, you know, what it is, and they keep doing little stuff like this. What they did when they added this gun in, they're trying to give players the feeling of being that really good sniper in the lobby. You know, that kid that can hit no scopes, he's, you know, has good movement, so he's sliding and hitting snipes and jumping and hitting snipes. They're trying to give people that feeling, like, artificially. You know, they're trying to give people a shortcut to getting that feeling and to being that, you know, that player. And I don't like it. That pisses me off a little bit because, you know, the whole thing with like being a really good sniper, you kind of have to work at that. That's something where you have to kind of perfect your craft. You got to spend some time doing it and learning it, or you got to, you know, find a player who's really good, who's willing to teach you. And they're just taking all of that away. You know, they're taking all of that away with adding in these guns and these weapons that are so easy to use that it doesn't make you not special anymore. Like everybody can snipe and can hit crazy shots. You know, damn, hold that for me. You know, when they put guns like this in the game. So, you know, that's kind of my main issue with just marksman rifles and just with the ease of use of this gun in general. And I feel like with, you know, especially for whatever reason with Infinity Ward, they keep doing stuff like that. This whole, you know, with Modern Warfare, I don't know if you guys remember, when this game first came out, it was the Kar 98. The Kar 98 was so crazy because it was high damage, you know, marksman rifle. So obviously the mobility through the roof, the damage was decent, like really decent. And, you know, the ADS speed and everything, the accuracy. So, you know, it was just almost out of control even the beginning of this game with the Kar 98. Like people were just clapping lobbies with it. And they nerfed it down to an extent, so it got to the point where it wasn't as bad. But it still was at this level where it was like, hey, you know, this is a gun that's just super out of control. And what I felt like it was designed to do was, yeah, to just give players who, you know, maybe aren't at that really level with the sniper that chance to kind of be that guy and to not have to work as hard for it. And then I feel like that's disrespectful to all the people who do have that skill set. And honestly, it's not even the good players with this gun, with the snipers, that kind of piss me off. It's the players who are, you know, are bad, or you know are average. Just the guys who are going, you know, 15 and 21. You know, it's the guys who are going like, you know, 9 and 11 with this gun. But, you know, they're hitting shots on you that are just ridiculous, that, you know, they would never be able to hit if they weren't using this gun. You know what I'm saying? They're sliding around corners and jumping around corners, quick scoping you to knock you off of your 20 streak. And, you know, they're still going negative, but they're just having fun hitting shots that they would never be able to hit just because they don't care about this game like that. They don't play this game like that. They don't have the dedication. So for me personally, I don't understand why you would try to take something away from your player base that has the dedication to keep playing your game, is that invested in your game. Take something away from them and give to players to casually enjoy, like they've done with this gun. And I just don't understand as a studio why you would do that. And personally, like, I look at, just from I guess almost like a business perspective, I look at a similar situation that happened with cable companies. You know, cable companies, you know, were notorious like in the, I guess like the early mid to like 2000s to like the 2010s for just overcharging their customers, like for just really overcharging for internet and for cable, to the point where you have this whole birth of the streaming industry where now, you know, everybody's canceling cable now. I mean, you know, everything's about streaming now. So you know, they took advantage over and over and over again of their customer base, and it kind of just got to the point where, you know, another solution was found. So I could definitely see that happening with COD if they keep doing this. Like, you can't keep doing that to your player base. You can't keep adding things and adding features into your game to, like, you know, take little shots at, you know, the more dedicated player base and fan base that you have, and just think, oh, they're gonna play the game anyway. It's Call of Duty. They're gonna play it and like it no matter what we do. So, you know, while we're at it, you know, let's go ahead and, you know, take a few shots at these vets who are running around noob stomping and supposedly chasing people away from their game. So, you know, it's just kind of like this little animosity. You know, I talked a little bit about that in my last video, that I think some of the more veteran players in the community are starting to feel from the studio. And personally, I can see it. And, you know, while, yeah, this gameplay was really fun, the gun is really fun to use, you know, it feels cheap. It just feels really cheap. Honestly, yeah, I'm kind of a slightly advanced player, so I'm able to hit some shots and do some things like this anyway. But it's like, it's just super easy on this gun, and while it's really fun, it definitely is not as satisfying. So, overall rating, this gun definitely gets an A+. Gets a 5 out of 5 on all 4 ratings. Yeah, the gun is a beast, man. It's the best sniper rifle in the game, but for honestly all the wrong reasons, man. Like, the gun is just an absolute beast. And the thing I don't like about it is it has very little to do, though, with whose hands the gun is in. The gun is just kind of designed for anybody to pick it up and go crazy. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much gonna do it for this breakdown of you know, the SP208. You know, that's kind of my, like, my class setup / review there. That's more of the review. We're actually on this next segment, we're gonna go a little bit more into the class setup. But, you know, let me know what you guys think. Let's get the conversation started in the comment section. You know, let me know what you guys think about that. Like, why do they keep putting stuff like this in the game? Is this something that you have a problem with as well, or is it something where you're like, you know, this is not something that bothers me. This is not something that, you know, I mean, what's wrong with putting, you know, some easier guns in the game to help players who maybe just aren't as sweaty, you know, be able to have some fun too, you know? Like, what's really wrong with that? So, you know, let's definitely kind of start the conversation in the comment section. But that's just gonna do it for this video. Next segment, really quick, we're gonna go ahead and actually show you what I was using on this gun. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this one. Thank you guys so much. What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Weaponized EX. So actually, this is going to be the class setup for the sniper class I was using in the video earlier. So as of right now, the sniper has been nerfed. I'm just going to let you guys know it's been nerfed. So it's not going to be as strong, but to tell you the truth, it's still a really good snipe. Like, maybe the ease of use has gone down slightly, and maybe some of just the crazy, like, just crazy one-shot kills you'll get. You maybe get slightly less of those, but it's still honestly super overpowered, super really good sniper. At the time, these are the attachments that I was using. I was using a VLK scope, the heavy barrel, commando foregrip, sleight of hand, and then this basically stock, I think, is like the best one just because it boosts your ADS speed and aiming stability. But yeah, I haven't even unlocked all the attachments yet, but this is basically what I was using. You can even change this up, and now that I have this unlocked, you can use, you know, these the Norma Mag rounds, which are going to raise bullet velocity and damage range, and even at a certain point put a mono suppressor on it and just completely, you know, turn it into a complete melt machine again. So that's going to be the class. Pretty much no matter what you put on this gun, like, it's gonna be really good regardless. So thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.